Okay, today's coffee and career conversation is good. And it is this: not every hobby needs to be a side job. Yes, I said it. I said it. Not every hobby that do you need to turn it into a side hustle or a side job and that you need to monetize it. There are some things that you can do, that you do as a hobby, that you just enjoy doing. And guess what? That is okay. So now we're in this age where the perception is that every hobby that you have to make it into a side job. Or every hobby that you have to turn it into a business and then become an entrepreneur. But that may not be for everyone. So think of it as this baker who says, I enjoy baking cakes for my family and friends, and that brings me joy. But then they turn it into a side hustle. And then now I've got to keep up with customers. I got to keep up with inventory. I've got to, do phone calls. And now instead of it being on my schedule, it's on everyone else's. And think of that baker saying something that I loved is now something that I hate. And that's happening because now people are telling you, or the perception is, you have to make your hobby a side job. And you don't. So I want you to think of 3 different categories that we're going to talk through. So first one are your interests, right? And these are your hobbies, things that you like doing that bring you joy. You can put those down in a category. And the other is, things that I want to make it my side job. Or yes, I enjoy doing this, but I'd like a little income too. So I want to monetize it. That's a category. And then there's this third category of, hey, this is what I want to make my occupation. And that's another category. Now, there may be some alignment in all of those, and there may not be. And guess what? That is okay. I think of my client who enjoy doing light fixtures, interior design, and purchasing beautiful chandeliers for individuals. But then once she turned it into a job, having it as a business, she no longer enjoyed it. Keeping up with inventory, going to all the trade shows, having to follow on customers' demands. That she didn't enjoy doing. So we said, okay, let's put that in, still a hobby that you can enjoy doing for your friends, but now let's focus on what you want to be as your occupation. So as a senior director, she gets to do things that she enjoys, from a strategic planning, from developing teams, for thinking of the vision for an organization. So she still gets to do some things that she likes and she's good at, but it's not her hobby. And guess what? As again I say, that is okay. So I want you to think of yourself. If you're kind of in that conundrum of I want to make it a hobby, or is it a side business, or I'm not sure, reach out to me and we can do a discovery session to help you in determining hobby versus side job versus business, and even take some own time to reflecting, because if I do it as a side business, if I do it as a job, as an entrepreneur, what are the other pieces that come into play? And am I ready for that? So, lesson here. It is okay to have a hobby. If you enjoy baking cakes and you just want to do it for friends and family, do it. Don't make anybody force you to have it as a side job or as a full-time job if that's not what you desire. Okay? And if you're struggling or you're not sure where to do next steps, reach out to me. Let's get a discovery session going so that I can help you in that differentiation. Next, I got a question. So as I mentioned before, part of the career conversations, I want to take some questions from you all on things that you're struggling with your career. And I got one. So thank you. As I mentioned, they'll remain anonymous. And what a coincidence. This is right on point with what we're talking about today. And the question is, do I need to put my side job on my resume? So if I have that side hustle, that side, job, do I put it on my resume? My answer is this. If the skills that you're learning in that job, or that you're developing in that job, are applicable to the position that you're applying for, put it on there, because that's just going to reinforce that you are the right candidate for the job. Making sure there is no conflict of interest, okay? So if you're not sure, it's better to disclose it in the interview so it doesn't come up later. But if you're gaining skills that are going to help position you and make you a better qualified candidate, or the knowledge that you're gaining is going to make you the best candidate for the job, then let's include it. But if it's not, I say don't. That's my opinion. So again, Michelle Glover with Journey Unlimited. Thank you for tuning in to this Coffee and Careers conversation. Again, if you do have questions and you want them included in this dialogue, please email info@journeyunlimited.com, and I'll be sure to include them in the question portion of our Coffee and Careers. Also, if you want to schedule a discovery session with me, that is below. So there's a link that you can go on to my calendar and get that discovery session scheduled. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, because more people need to know that it's okay to enjoy doing something for fun. You can have a hobby without making it a side job or a full-time business. But the key is understanding all the components that come with it and deciding what is it that you're willing to do. Okay? So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.